Hello and welcome to my Holistic Mindset, How to Stop Sabotaging Your Goals class. Thank you so much for attending. My name is Andrea and I'll be guiding you through today's workshop. So I'm always curious where everybody's calling in from and how did you hear about today's class. I'm especially curious to know where everyone is calling in from because I like to see how our community is growing throughout the world. So just let me know in the comments below and I appreciate you sharing. So a little about me. I'm calling in from Maryland on the eastern coast of the United States, and I'm a wife and mother of 4. So each day, my family and I live with 12 healthy habits in order to enjoy a better quality of life. And because these habits have been so transformative to our lives, I like to share guidance on how to both stick to and implement each habit so that we can all live truly thriving lives. I'll share more about the other videos and workbooks and classes, as well as the support groups and coaching and everything I offer throughout the week. But for now, I want to go right ahead and jump right into today's class. So our goal today is to discover the best path forward so that we can stop sabotaging our goals. While we're together today, we'll take note of the various areas of our lives. We'll consider the full impact of our habits. We'll reflect on what's thwarting our efforts. We'll look at and discover ways to stop sabotaging our goals, and will protect the success that you have. So let's take note of the various areas of our lives by doing a quick questionnaire. So for our questionnaire, please write down each question and do your best to answer. Please be sure to leave some space in the margins of the paper as well for later. And it's okay if you can't think of many answers right away, right now. You can always add more after class. So, which one of the 12 habits are important to you? That's the first question. Which of the 12 healthy habits are important to you? And while you take time to think, I'll just state some of them. There's faith, direction, time, work and money, minimalist, relationships, food and fitness, chemical-free, femininity, homeschool and vacationing experiences. For now, you can just pick 3 things if that's easiest, or whatever comes to mind. So the second question is, what do you spend most of your time doing? What do you spend most of your time doing? This is question number 2. Do you spend most of your time working? Watching TV maybe? Shopping, cooking and cleaning? What do you spend most of your time doing? All right, I'll move on to question number 3, which is, what do you dream of doing someday? Question number 3 is, what do you dream of doing someday? Maybe owning your own business, being a stay-at-home mom, being retired, maybe traveling internationally. And question number 4, this is the last one for now. Question number 4 is, what roles do you have in life? What roles do you have in life? As in, basically, what hats do you wear? Is it like mom, dad, supervisor, employee, caretaker, maybe choir director, PTA chair, or homemaker? Whatever your hats are, whatever roles you have in life. Just jot down what you can. So these are the various areas of our life. And when you look at your paper, what you've written down, are some of these things more developed than others? Are all of them in need of a fair amount of attention and effort? Let's take time to consider the full impact of our habits. Let's analyze our data and let's see what the answers tell us. So questions number 1 and 3, they are the ones that reveal your goals. 1 and 3 shows you what your goals are. Questions 2 and 4 might likely include things that conflict with your goals. Not always, but that's usually what shows up there. So let's take a look at questions number 1 and 3. How do your work hours impact each area of your life? Just take time to think. How do your work hours impact each area of your life? And again, you're looking at questions number 1 and 3. Now, if you see anything that your work hours are If you see anything that your work hours are sabotaging, write in capital letters the word work. Write in the margins. Doesn't matter which side, whichever side you want. So write in capital letters work. All right, so let's look into something else. How do your eating habits impact each area of your life? If you see any of those areas in questions 1 and 3, where your eating habits are sabotaging that area of your life, then write down in all capital letters the word meals. And that's again in the margins. All right, and then we'll also look into how do your relationships impact each area of your life. If you see anything in your relationships that are sabotaging any of those areas of your life, any of those goals, then write in all capital letters the word relationships next to those items where you feel like relationships are sabotaging those areas of life and those goals. And then we're going to look at one more thing, and that's finances. So how do your financial habits impact each area of your life? Again, if you see any financial habits that are sabotaging, write in all capital letters the word finances, again in the margins, right next to those items. You guys get the pattern. So let's reflect on what's thwarting our efforts. Let's take a look at the data and reflect. So we want to pay close attention to the habits that are sabotaging many of your goals. Say you notice that work pops up a lot, or eating habits pops up a lot on your worksheet, on your paper. That's something that we want to pay attention to, because that might be an area where you're hyper-focusing too much. All right, so let's take a second and consider some ways to stop sabotaging our goals. So to stop sabotaging our goals, it's important, vital, to focus on multiple areas of life as a whole. So not just a few areas, the ones we're tempted to focus more on, but all of them, even if they seem small, all of them. We also want to make sure we attend to those neglected areas more, not literally more than everything else. We don't want to throw it off balance, but we need to really focus on those neglected areas more. We want to make sure that we're also continuing to work on the successful areas. We don't want to turn from one and then let the other one just get neglected. We want to make sure we keep them all in balance so that we can protect the success that we already have. It's also really helpful to schedule a time to take action and to strengthen each habit each day, so that you can make sure that you're not just going through and making the same mistakes over and over again, but you're finding ways to nix it, to fix it, and to move along. And of course, it's good to adopt better habits in each area to maximize the effectiveness of your efforts. And of course, one of the best ways to attend to the neglected areas and to adopt better habits is to use the other topic-specific videos, classes, and workbooks that I've designed to help you embrace and balance healthier habits. All right, so for more holistic mindset guidance, you can watch my holistic mindset videos on YouTube to stay inspired. You can download the workbooks in order to help yourself prepare for better holistic habits. And you might find it helpful to attend the other 3 classes in the series. For ongoing support, you can sign up for a support group so that you can attend our virtual gatherings. And for one-on-one guidance, you can sign up for quality of life coaching with me. You can find links to all these on my website, trulythrivinglife.org, and I've also placed a link in the comments below. All right, so you may have noticed that I mentioned that my family and I live with 12 healthy habits in order to enjoy a better quality of life. So then holistic living is just one of the 12. And all of the 12 habits are things like holistic mindset, prayer and Bible study, knowing your calling, living with direction, time management, work-life balance and fruitful finances, minimalist decluttering, enjoying healthy emotions and relationships, using food and fitness to your benefit, healthy food and fitness, and then using chemical-free products. There's also femininity for us ladies, homeschooling, and enjoying dream experiences each day. So for each one of these transformative habits, I offer guidance via workbooks and classes and support groups and videos to help you to implement and stick to each habit. I say all this to assure you that if you need guidance or support in any of these areas, I'm here to guide you. All right, I'd love to know how you enjoyed today's class and what questions do you have for me. If you can, just let me know in the comments below, or if you'd like, you can save your questions for the next live support group meeting, or you could just save them for one-on-one coaching during a coaching session. Either way, I look forward to supporting you along your journey. Thanks again for coming out to class today. I hope to be able to support you along your journey in future classes, support groups, and videos. All right, have a blessed day.